Hello geometry students, this is Mrs. Raposa, and in this video I'm going to quickly show you how you can type in radical expressions or square root expressions into your Google Doc. Remember, you can always just write it out on paper and send it by taking a picture of your work and sending it through email too. But if you want to type in the Google Doc and submit it that way, this is how you would do so. So we're going to look for perfect square factors of 20. Perfect squares are numbers like 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, etc. This number 20 has a perfect square root factor of 4. So I'm going to write the square root of 20 as the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. To do that, I click here where I put my answer in. I go to the top where it says Insert, and from there choose the equation to insert an equation. As soon as I do that, I see these options show up here at the top. I'm going to choose the one that has the square root sign. And if you notice, there's also the option to make a fraction there. I'm going to choose the square root sign, and now I can type in the square root of 4. If I want to type in another square root sign, I'm going to have to right arrow key. Like for instance, if I put an equal sign here, notice how it's under the radical sign. I'm going to delete that, go back and hit the right arrow key before I hit the next expression, like an equal sign. I don't need an equal sign there, but square root of 4. And then I'm going to insert another radical sign. Again, go to the top, and I'm still in there. So square root of 4, I can choose the square roots, insert a equation. I can choose the square root symbol again. And so now I have that the square root of 20 is equal to the square root of 4 times the square root of 5. And I can say by right arrowing out of in the radical sign, that is equal to whole number 2 times radical 5. The radical sign is still here. So square root of 20 is simplified is whole number 2 times the square root of 5. Let me do another example with you. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to do this, insert the square root of a fraction. So I can choose equation again, choose the square root, and under this square root, while the cursor is still under the square root sign or the radical sign, I can choose a fraction. And I'm going to do like 100/9. To get to the denominator, just click in the denominator with your cursor, and the square root of 100/9. Now I'm going to scroll right to get out of that radical sign. That's going to equal, I'm going to insert a fraction, choose from the top of fraction. That's going to equal the square root of 100 divided by the square root of 9. And so scroll right, hit the right arrow key to get out of there, hit the equal sign. And again, I can insert another fraction. It's not chosen right now, but I can just go to Insert, Equation. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that's my cat playing with his toy. So a square root of 100 is 10, and in the denominator, the square root of 9 is 3. So I have the fraction, I have the fraction 10/3. And that's how you make a radical expression in Google Doc.